Here is a fact that's going to blow your mind about ancient Egypt and will make you distrust mainstream media and Rockefellers and all those kind of people. Okay, so here is a list of all the mummies that were found in tombs. Not pyramids, tombs. The list goes on and on and on and on. Okay, so how many bodies were found in pyramids? Because mainstream call the pyramids tombs. None. So then you could say, well, hang on a minute. How many tombs were there? There was probably a lot of tombs. So they've counted 118 in Egypt, which is where we're talking about. So, okay, well, maybe there's less pyramids then, because no, same amount of pyramids as there are tombs. So why would grave robbers leave all of these here and not take them, but yet take the ones from the pyramids? Pyramids were never tombs. Ancient aliens and the way they move their stones and cut them. Now, in the past, people look at these stones, ancient stones with holes cut in them, and think, okay, was it astronomical? It's aligned to something, a star system, or was there a power wire going through that's decomposed now, which is why only the stone is left? And then I come up with an idea that I don't think anyone's come up with. And what if the ancients actually just wanted the core part of it, the cylinder that they actually then create? So we're looking at these thinking, what did they use these holes for? But maybe they just actually wanted a cylinder from a stone, just like this guy did here, and they cut it out. What do you think? Aliens, Anunnaki, or almighty being, it doesn't matter. I still get asked this question about when I mention the Anunnaki created humans in their likeness. They're 8 to 12 foot tall, though. I get asked, well, who created the Anunnaki then? That's how they go. So I explain that it's to do with chemicals. Now, everything is a chemical, believe it or not. And you can go and do your own research. Now, in a human male, they don't produce you-know-what to have a baby until they're 12. So there is no life form inside them until 12. So in other words, chemicals create the seed to produce life. And this is exactly the same as what it happens on other planets as well as Earth. Now, here, I'll just let you try and read that as I waffle on. But basically, scientists have discovered how to create life with chemicals. Question for you. If you was one of the only few people that could read or write thousands of years ago with the very first language ever, would you write myths all the time? Literally, all the ancient texts are being described as myths. Or would you actually write something real? Now, if you was writing a myth, you would have had to have wrote the word Anunnaki then, which those from heaven or space, as we translate it properly, came to Earth. So you've now made a great myth about these creatures from another planet. Bearing in mind, thousands of years ago, you probably didn't even know what another planet was. Then you would have wrote a myth about he formed mankind, which means you're talking about yourself, that someone else formed. Obviously, the Anunnaki was Enki, and the goddess Aurora, which was actually Nimna or Ninharshag, same name, same person, who created the seed of mankind, and then goes on to create the Tigris and the Euphrates River. Would you have wrote all that as a myth, or is it real? This is amazing. I know the sacred number that ancient aliens used for various things, and here on the Ancient Aliens program, in fact, they say that it's number 3. However, if you watch this one, it's number 12. And if you just look over here, this person says that number 4 resonates. So basically, all these different numbers, bearing in mind his person says archangels. I've proved in my previous videos that an angel is just an Anunnaki messenger. But the point I'm trying to get at is where people see numbers that repeat, in other words, 3 of this and 4 of that and 5 of that, take no notice. It's only us that are attributing, oh, well, there's 12 gods, there's 12 planets, there's 12 this, there's 12 that. Do you see my point? We just do that. And there's also 11 of something, there's also 6 of something. We just do it. So ignore when people say a certain number.